I really think she wanted to fight, but I'm not about to fight somebody that I know I can beat. What's up, y'all? It's Cream Money and welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna do my makeup while telling y'all a story time. Same thing as all my other story times. I have no problems with anybody in this video. This is no beef whatsoever. It's just a story. So I don't know if I told you, I can't remember if I told this story about like this fight that I was in school. I cannot remember, but this is something that happened after the fight, and it actually kind of goes into the fight a little bit. Okay, I went ahead and did my brows off camera. So I had this friend, we're gonna call her Nia. Nia and I, we became friends, I wanna say the summer before sophomore year of high school. And so we became friends during this program called SIA. And it's like this performing arts thing that our city does within our schools and stuff. So normally held at our high school because we are the performing arts school. We've been going to school together already, but we just simply did not hang out with the same crowd. We just so happened to become friends during SIA. She was real cool at first. We had a lot in common. And when I say we didn't hang out with the same friends, like she likes to fight. She hangs out with people like that. But she was actually like mad cool. We weren't best friends, but we were like really close. Even in school, I did not hang out with like any of her friends. I hung out with her. We were in the same dance class. We ended up in the same dance class together, and everything was like going cool or whatever. The girl that I fought was also in that class with us. At first, that girl, she was okay, like she wasn't acting crazy or nothing like that. But then when she finally like started to have a problem with me, she would mostly like say things to me, but because like anybody that was associated with me, she was like rude and stuff to them too. And so she was rude to Nia too, but she knew she ain't want that smoke with Nia for real. So Nia's brother had a crush on me. I never paid any attention to him because like he wasn't my type and he was just ugly to me. I just never paid attention to him. He went on to the girl that I had fought. And I don't know, like maybe she found out that he liked me or whatever, I don't know. But when he went on to her, she tried to obviously get cool with Nia because that's his sister. And so then that's when I started noticing Nia is like, anytime the girl that I fought, anytime she would like say anything slick or whatever, normally she's the type of friend that like she'll buck on anybody that's messing with her friends or whatever, like she'll address anything, but she just started to chuckle off to the side to herself. And I didn't even think anything of it until afterwards, honestly, because I was handling my own for real. But I didn't notice until afterwards, like she was definitely chuckling like off to the side. And she was starting to become more cool with the girl, and I was like, okay, whatever, you know, can't tell anybody who to be friends with, right? But it was just weird behavior from her because she's normally the type of friend to like defend her friends. Like, can't nobody mess with you and stuff like that. So the school year just goes on, right? I'm thinking, we still cool or whatever. And summertime comes around. I don't really hear from her. I noticed that she unfollowed me on Instagram. Because I was like, I'm not seeing her anymore. Like, where is she? Is she okay? And so I see that she unfollowed me. So I was like, oh, I guess there's a problem. So I was just like, okay, whatever. So then I started dating my ex. And now at this point, it is junior year. He's like, oh yeah, like I don't even know how it came up or like how we found out that he used to talk to her and I did not know that. Like I think she used to talk to him like before me and her became friends, but obviously he wasn't that important because I never heard about him from her. So And it was literally just talking, like they never dated. So I find out that they used to date and all that stuff, and he's talking about like how much he hate her, and I still don't know what happened between them, but apparently something happened between them. And so he's like, he can't stand her, all that stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay, like me and her used to be friends, you know, we're not cool no more, it's whatever. So he ends up seeing her at his job, and for whatever reason now, all of a sudden, now that me and him are dating, she wants to be cool with him. Because at this point, I think like we're posting each other on social media, and like the two of them have mutual friends, you know, so obviously, you know, she knows. And so she sees him at his job, and you know, they're being cordial and all that. So she's like, yeah, I don't like your little girlfriend, like just out of nowhere, just says, I don't like your little girlfriend. And he was like, oh, she don't like you either. I just found that weird, like she did that like intentionally. And I know her, she did that intentionally. So then fast forward, me and all of a sudden she wants to be friends and all that stuff with him, and he is buying it. And I'm looking like, I'm not stupid. I am not stupid, but he, you know, he don't see nothing wrong with it. Fast forward, like around wintertime, she actually left. She didn't go to school with us anymore junior year because she lives on the border city line. So she was able to go to this school or that school. It didn't matter. So she was in a school zone regardless. So she had ended up going to that other school, but then she came back to our school. She happened to be in my science class. So it's really important to know the seating chart. I was in the first row all the way in the back, the last person in the back. My best friend Maya was right next to me. And then Nia, was on the other side of Maya, but like a seat ahead, if that makes sense. So she was that close in vicinity to me. I saw her and I spoke to her. I was like, hey, Nia, and she just ignored me. So I was like, oh, like it's for real. Like it's for real, for real. So I was like, oh, okay, I don't have to speak to her then. Cause still, like, I don't know like what the issue was. She just stopped talking to me. So like the next few months, she only stayed at our school for really like a couple months. And so during those months, she's like telling her friends that she's sitting by, like about the fight, that because the fight did just happen like a few months prior. So she's telling them about the fight, and that she wasn't there for, and she know everything so much, like she know everything in detail, for her to not be there. And for them to believe it, or I don't know if they believed it or not, it's like, but girl, you won't hear though, like you won't hear, but that's whatever. She's telling them about the fight and like saying like how she don't like me, this and that. And I'm just sitting there like literally unbothered by her. I'm doing my work, and she on occasion will like say something about me. She'll like say something slick if I'm talking or if I'm laughing or whatever. She'll always have something to say, and I never said anything about her. So obviously like I wasn't the one that was pressed. She ends up leaving the school, and it's February at this time. And my ex, me and him had broke up like in January. And it was like something slick or whatever that happened. I don't know, something he posted, and it was just like real like weird. And so I commented something. I can't remember what it was for the life of me, but I commented. Later, like a few hours later, she comes up there and she's like, I wish I would have seen this earlier. Like commented, I wish I would have seen this earlier. I would have said something. Like, you could say something now. You could say something now, girl. Like, I texted him about it. I was like, so what's that about? Like, because first of all, I forgot to mention, right before we broke up, like literally I think within the same week, he didn't have a car at the time, and so he needed to go somewhere, like I forgot where. I asked him, and he was real honest. Like he told me what it was all the time. So I asked him like what he was doing, where he was at, just, you know, talking, and he told me like, and who he was with actually. I didn't ask who he was with. He told me he was with Nia. And I was like, why are you with her? he's like, because, you know, we're friends, I needed a ride and all that stuff. And I was like, she ain't want to be your friend until me and you started dating, but whatever. So I FaceTimed him and I was like, so what exactly are you doing with her? Why is she there with you? And she was like, is that who I think it is? He was like, yes, it's Karima. And then she like mumbled something or whatever. And he told her to stop. And I was like, all right. And I hung up on him, and it like started a whole argument. Like him being with her started a whole argument. So I was like, okay, whatever. Then we ended up breaking up later that week. So anyway, so I had texted him about like, what was all that about? Like, what exactly was she going to say? Like, what could she have possibly said to me? Like, he was like, I don't know, ask her. That's what I did. I DM'd her. I was like, hey, like, what's up? Like, what is the problem between us? Because I really don't know. It wasn't even on no, like, I want to fight type stuff. Like, I was like, what's the problem between us? Because out of nowhere, you just stopped talking to me. So, like, I didn't know there was anything that was going on. She took it as I'm bucking at her, right? It never even gave that. Oh, and then I did tell her, I was like, because you saying stuff like indirect and stuff, and it's unnecessary, like you can at least like be direct about it. So then she screenshots my comment, not my comment, my DM, posted on her page, made her page public, and tagged me in it. She was like, then she DM'd me back. She was like, my page ain't private no more, boo, go look. And so I went and looked. And she was talking about, yeah, this girl think she gonna come at me and do this and that. Like, I'm like, it literally didn't give that at all. And I was like, it's like, so like now you want to fight me? Because like that's what she was saying, like she wanted to fight now. And she was like, drop the addy and all that stuff. I was like, girl, for what? For what? And at the time I was actually at my grandparents' house. And I think that was 3 months after my granddad just had his stroke, right? So I was like, girl, drop the addy for what? Because not once did I say I was going to fight you. Some of her friends was like, you know, calling me scary and this and that. And I was like, no, like it just never gave that. Like I was not trying to fight her. I asked her a simple question. I asked you a simple question, like, what's the problem? Because really you look fake. Like we just fell out for whatever reason, and now you trying to fight me for what? And then there was some people that was looking at it and was like, you doing a lot, Nia, like relax. I feel like she just wanted, she didn't want to fight me, because if she wanted to fight me, like I said, the seating chart, she would have put her hands on me if she really wanted to fight me for whatever reason. They was like, Nia, it's not that serious and all this and that. And so meanwhile, my ex is just like letting everything go down and stuff, but we supposed to be cool or whatever. He just letting everything go down. It like literally started like this whole like argument. Like we was arguing for hours. I was like, if you really wanted to fight me, you would have fought me when you went to our school. But now all of a sudden you want to fight me. And not once did I say I want to fight you. Not once did I come disrespectful. First of all, really, I came defending myself. Let's start there. Because I told you to be more direct, because you were being, like, she was being, like, real shady. And we were supposed to be, like, literally, we was like this. So what was the problem? She lives, like I said, on the city line. I lived about 25 to 30 minutes away from her, depending on how you drive, maybe 15, depending on how you drive. So I'm like, for one, and she just turned 18. We both just turned 18. So I was like, do I really want to make her come all the way down here knowing my grandparents' neighbors are going to call the police on her? And at the time, I was going to college. I know me and her have talked about like, we going to college, right? So I was thinking about that too. So I was like, why would I make her come all the way down here? I'm not even the one that want to fight. She's the one that wants to fight. And honestly, I don't care if I look like a punk in that moment, because it's like, it just didn't make sense to me to do all of that. Like, And then I didn't even want to be fighting, like, cause for what? And then I knew I was gonna beat her ass, and then the neighbors was gonna call the police, cause she came to where I was, my grandparents' house. That's illegal. You were going to jail. You're going to jail. Like, I don't want to see you in jail. Like, cause at the end of the day, me and her were friends, and regardless of however she felt, I actually still cared about her. Whole reason why I DM'd her and was like, what's going on? I just cared too much to do that to her. Why the next morning, she DMs me. We're at school already at this point. Well, I'm at school. You know, she don't go to that school no more. She literally had left like the month before, I want to say. I get to school and I'm getting ready for dance, or maybe I was just in the gym. I don't know, but she DMs me. She was like, hey, what? She said my ex's name. She was like, hey, what so-and-so did was effed up, and he should have defended you. Like, we not cool still, but I think he should have defended you. And I even cussed him out about it. And she sent me a screenshot of her calling him a B and this and that for not defending me. And he was like, yeah, you know, that was messed up. She said if it was me, I would have beat his ass if it was me. And I was like, well, I know that, Nia. But I was straight up like, it just didn't matter to me. Like, this whole situation did not matter to me because it was just stupid. Like, it started for nothing. And she was like, yeah, see, that's the difference between me and you. You don't want to think first, I don't. I was like, yeah, I know. It was just like a whole lot that night. And she, even like some of her friends, like, honestly, I was battling out by myself. Because first of all, my best friend was asleep. And because she goes to sleep early and fast. So I text her, she did not see anything. And like, I told her about it the next morning, but she said, what? I was knocked out. And she was so heated because me and her rode the same bus. She was so heated that she missed it. And so I was just battling it out by myself. And it was like me against her friends, her friends. My ex ain't saying nothing. And so, but I feel like I held my own because I was like, y'all some birds for real. Like, what is y'all talking about? And like, y'all see me all the time. Like, if y'all really, because that was my whole thing. Like, y'all see me all the time. Y'all, like, if y'all really wanted to fight, y'all would have fought. If that was the case. And so I'm not finna waste my time fighting you now. Like, and I'm not even the one that wants to fight. The whole day goes by, right? And when I'm on the bus, I'm on my way home. Why I get a text message from my ex talking about some, hey, you know, I just want to apologize. And I said, not you apologizing because she cussed you out. Please. And like, she was, and thing is, like, this whole argument, because I forgot to mention this too, this whole argument was like, she was trying to hit me hard, like at the jugular. Like, she was really trying to get me because, and it just was not working. Like, she was like, yeah, because for real, I can go and ride my ex right now in my car if I wanted to. I said, girl, go ahead. Like, I'm already texting you niggas. Like, go ahead. We talk on a friendly, like, in a friendly way. Go ahead, do what you gotta do. Like, I don't care. You can have him. I don't even have the intention on getting back with him because of what happened. And it's not that anything bad happened. It's just I didn't like the way he moved about it. So why would I get back with him? Do what you gotta do. Like, she was really trying so hard to get me at the jugular, but I was like, okay, girl. He apologized all because she cussed him out. And I was like, okay, whatever. I just went ahead and did my lips real quick. One thing I'm not is scared of anyone. I'm just not finna fight you because you're mad. Like, you literally have to put your hands on me for me to fight you. And that goes for like anybody. Like, I never put I never swing first. Like, you have to put your hands on me to fight. I still don't know. Like, I don't know why the girl that fought me don't like me. I don't know why she stopped liking me. Apparently, she said, this is what I think happened. The girl that I fought, she was trying so hard to get close to her. And so she lied and told her that I said something about her. And instead of being a good friend and saying like, you know, that don't even sound like Karima, because it don't sound like me. That don't sound like Karima. And coming to me and asking me, you know, or like just not believing her and just telling her like, that's what such and such said, and try to do. She just went ahead and believed it, knowing that this girl, she knew this girl had a problem with me. Like, it was a known thing. Like, me and her even discussed it, like why we don't know like what her issue was. And so it was just like, it felt like you wanted a reason to not be cool with me, and you wanted a reason to pick a fight. So I don't miss her, because like anybody that can do that, and like we supposed to be friends and stuff, like girl, no. I really think she wanted to fight, but I'm not about to fight somebody that I know I can beat. It's a story time about a fake ass friend. I will see you guys next time in the next video. Bye.